Right.
All right, we're also now, Dr. Sue's not the only author that we are celebrating here on Winging It. As part of Read Across America today, we've invited some authors, as I said earlier, to visit us on the set. Our first author, everybody knows, has just published a book called Wild Bill Donovan, a biography of the Buffalo native, one-time head of the Office of Strategic Services, of course, the father of the CIA. Biographer Douglas Waller spoke to students at St. Joe's. That's what you're looking at right now, pictures from that, about his New York Times bestseller yesterday. Bill Donovan graduated, Bill Donovan graduated from St. Joe's in the late 1800s before moving on to Niagara University and Columbia. And first of all, Douglas Waller, thank you for joining us here in Buffalo.
It's good to be here.
Is this your first time here?
No, actually it's my third time. I spent about 2 weeks researching the Donovan biography here in Buffalo. Then I came back last February for the first part of the book tour, and now we're here on the paperback book tour.
You have extensive knowledge of CIA. You were a reporter for Newsweek and Time, covered the CIA. What made you choose this?
He's a very controversial character, and I liked, I kind of gravitate toward controversial characters, people that other folks either love or hate. Nobody was in the middle on Wild Bill Donovan. His agents in the OSS, the Office of Strategic Services, this was the World War II spy agency, revered him. They would have done anything for him. His enemies, and they included J. Edgar Hoover, the FBI, there's a movie out on J. Edgar Hoover right now, even the Pentagon, thought he was a threat to U.S. security. They thought he was as evil as Adolf Hitler. But the key guy who really supported him was Franklin Roosevelt, the President of the United States back then. And he was the one that helped Donovan set up the spy agency and protected him from his bureaucratic enemies.
In your book here, you say that he is such a strong character. He, if he thought something, he just stood by it. Do you think that had anything to do with his Western New York roots from your interviews?
I think so. He was born on New Year's Day, 1883, in the Irish First Ward here. Was a scrappy little kid. Went to Narden Academy here. Wasn't a terrific student. Got B's and C's. Then he went to St. Joseph's, where I spoke yesterday, Collegiate Institute. Did a little bit there. Actually excelled in oratory. He loved to get up and deliver long speeches to his other students. Then he went to Columbia University, was a star football quarterback there in Columbia until a cheap tackle from a Princeton lineman hobbled him for the rest of the season. Went to law school with Franklin Roosevelt after that, and then from then on became a millionaire Wall Street lawyer, a hero in World War I. He won the Congressional Medal of Honor in World War I, and was involved in politics here in New York City as a Republican.
How did your talk go yesterday with the students at St. Joe's?
It was real well. I was very impressed with the students there. They knew a lot about World War II history and were interested in, you know, Donovan's life. Of course, this is a spy story, so it's kind of exciting. It's a story of espionage and commandos infiltrating behind enemy lines, and even Donovan doing a lot of spying on his own. I mean, he was a truly, you know, America's first spy master.
Do you think that since him there has been another leader like him?
No, that's the short answer. No one, I think, will ever replace Wild Bill Donovan. I've said at some talks that maybe the CIA could use a Wild Bill Donovan today, but just not two of them, because he was such a flamboyant character. I mean, he loved to be in on the action. He loved to be at the front. He kept $2,000 in his desk drawer all the time to pay for sources. Now, you'd never see a CIA director doing that.
Or not admit to it.
Yeah, or even admit to it, right. When he was out in the field with his fatigues, he'd wear a paisley ascot with his uniform. I don't think you see a military commander doing that. No. This was an unconventional guy.
Love it. Can't wait. Wild Bill Donovan, Douglas Waller, thank you so much for joining us here early this morning.
Good talking to you.